Hello everyone and welcome back to the series. So guys, on this channel in this series we are helping you to prepare for your UPSC CSAT, and in this session we'll be discussing we'll be basically practicing some comprehension passages which were given in the previous year papers, previous year exams of UPSC CSAT exam. So without any further ado, don't forget to like the session, don't forget to share it, and let's jump into the session. So guys, before we move any further, I would like to inform you about the comprehensive guidebook that we have launched for you. uh, Now, this book is the book that you see on your screen right now. Now, this is a comprehensive guidebook which includes strategy, sources, and everything that you need to prepare for, that you need to know if you are a beginner for this exam. So go download this book, and you can download it for free. The link for this book has been given in the description of the video, and this will prove definitely very helpful in your journey ahead. So the link is in the description. Go benefit yourself. Let's begin with the passages, guys. So we did a couple of passages in the previous session. So let's start. Um, so how do we always start? We always look at the questions first. So these are level 2 passages. So there will be two questions on them. So first is your inference based questions. So first is we have to find the inference, and second is we are given a couple of assumptions. We have to see which of them is correct or not. So let's read the passage. India's economic footprint, given its population, still remains small compared to the US, the European Union, or China. So India's economic expansion, you can say, or India's economic output, that is how you can put it. So he has said India's economic footprint, given its population, still remains small compared to US, European Union, or China. It has much to learn from other economies, yet must implement solutions that fit its unique circumstances. So we should learn from other economies, but we must implement solutions which are customized, which are unique to our circumstances. India especially needs an effective long-term regulatory system based on collaboration rather than the current top-down approach. So we need effective long-term regulatory based system based on collaboration, right, where something like public private partnership model, PPP model, that we're talking about these days. So the passage says India especially needs an effective long term regulatory system based on collaboration rather than current top to डाउन अप्रोचेस जो सिर्फ सेंटर में जो डिसीजन लिया जाता है और नीचे उसको फॉलो करना होता है, वो नहीं, सबकी कोलैबोरेशन वाला एक रेगुलेटरी सिस्टम बनाना पड़ेगा. Regulations seek desirable outcomes yet are repeatedly used as political tools to push one agenda or another. So regulations which are very helpful, but they are unfortunately used as political tools in the country. Often regulations fail to consider impacts on jobs and economic growth, and regulations काफी time they fail to consider impacts on jobs and economic growth of the country or less restrictive alternatives. Regulations may be used to protect local markets at the expense of more widely shared prosperity in the future. So regulations may be used to protect local markets at the expense of more widely shared prosperity in the future. That means for better financial inclusion. Additionally, regulations inevitably result in numerous unintended consequences. So in today's hyper competitive global economy, regulations need to be viewed as weapons that seek cost justified social and environmental benefits while improving the economic well-being of most of citizens. So basically he's saying the regulation should be so that they should seek cost, they should be socially cost justified and environmentally beneficial, and they should also provide economic well-being or economic welfare to the most of the citizens. So that means a sustainable, inclusive development growth model, or regulations which are based on sustainable development growth. That is what the passage is talking about. So what is the inference that can be taken from the passage? A better regulatory system will help India achieve the size of economy appropriate to its population. A better regulatory system. Fair enough. Very true. In a competitive global economy, India must use regulations strategically. In a competitive global economy, very good, India must use regulations strategically, right? Regulations in India do not favor its integration with today's hyper competitive global economy. So the regulations that are in India, they do not favor its integration with today's hyper competitive global economy, or job creation and economic growth should be dominant considerations in developing India's regulatory system. So it should be just economic growth and job creation. No, I don't think so. Okay, that is very limited approach. I think So the inference does not say regulations in India do not favor its integration with today's hyper-competitive global economy, right? It's not just about being integrated with the hyper-competitive global economy. What we need is, we need to have regulations which basically which seek cost-justified social and economic benefits and sustainable development and inclusivity as well. So now we are left option A or B. A better regulatory system will help India achieve the size of economy appropriate to its population, or in a competitive global economy, India must use regulation strategically. So see, we have poor regulations. It has been discussed in the passage, but a better regulatory system, so that's more about it. So it will help achieve India the size of economy appropriate to its population. So that was the right inference. So a better regulatory system will help India. So that is what has been said, a long-term regulatory system based on collaboration. So it's not just that India must use regulation strategically. It should also look at, the economic growth. It should also look at the social and environmental balances. So there are many things that come into play here. So option A was the right inference. Then what are the following assumptions? In today's global economy, regulations are not effectively used to protect local markets. So he has said that regulations are used. See, regulations may be used to protect local markets at the expense of more widely shared prosperity in the future. So it may be used to protect local markets at the expense of more widely shared. So regulations are not effectively used to protect local markets. That is clearly given. And social and environmental concerns are generally ignored by the governments across the world while implementing the regulations. It's not just about uh, jobs or economic growth or less regulation of local markets. Additionally, regulations inevitably result in numerous unintended consequences. Repeatedly political tools to push one agenda. So see, this is not nowhere mentioned in the passage that social and environmental concerns are generally ignored by the governments across the world. Right? It is not clearly mentioned anywhere. Right, this is not followed anywhere across the world. Okay, so this is not the right assumption. Only option 1 is the right option. So this is how you basically logically find out the given proof from the passage and then figure out your answer. Let's move to the next passage. Again, we have to find an inference. Second question is, again, we are given assumptions here. So let's look at the passages, guys. In a study, scientists compared the microbiomes of poorly nourished and well-nourished infants and young children. So in a study, scientists compare microbiomes of poorly nourished and well-nourished infants and young children. Gut microbes were isolated from fecal samples of malnourished and healthy children. The microbiome was immature. The microbiome was immature and less diverse in malnourished children compared to the better developed, mature microbiome found in healthy children of the same age. According to some studies, the chemical composition of mother's milk has shown the presence of a modified sugar. That is called cellulated oligosaccharides. So according to some studies, the chemical composition of mother's milk has shown the presence of a modified sugar. This is not utilized by the baby for its own nutrition. So this sugar is not utilized by the baby for its nutrition. However, the bacteria constituting the infant's microbiome thrive on this sugar. लेकिन जो बच्चे के जो पेट में माइक्रोबायोम होते हैं, they basically thrive on this modified sugar, और इसको हम cellulated oligosaccharides बोलते हैं, which serves as their food. So this is healthy for the microbiomes. So this sugar, modified sugar, cellulated oligosaccharide, this is healthy for the microbiome of a child. Malnourished mothers have low levels of this sugar in their milk. जो माँ malnourished होती हैं, उनके अंदर ये जो मतलब शुगर की जो लेवल है वो लो होती है. Consequently, the microbiomes of their infants fail to mature. और इसी वजह से जो उनके बच्चे हैं, उनके अंदर भी जो microbiomes है वो mature नहीं हो पाते. That in turn leads to malnourished babies. और उससे क्या होता है, फिर malnourished babies बड़े होते हैं. So उसने क्या inference निकाला जा सकता है? If malnourished condition in children is caused by gut bacteria, it cannot be treated. ये कह रहा है कि वो ट्रीट नहीं हो सकती. नो, द गट्स ऑफ malnourished बेबी शुड बी इनोकुलेटेड विद मैच्योर माइक्रोबायोम्स, कि उनको पेट में इंजेक्शन से मैच्योर माइक्रोबायोम्स डाल देने चाहिए. ठीक है, ये सॉल्यूशन बता रहा है. बेबीज ऑफ malnourished मदर शुड बी फेड विद डेयरी मिल्क fortified with cellulated oligosaccharides instead of mother's milk. Yeah, research on benign effects of gut bacteria on nutrition has policy implications. Okay, research on benign effects of gut bacteria, उसके कितने effects, उसके कितने खराब हो सकते हैं गट बैक्टीरिया के, इसके रिसर्च के। और न्यूट्रिशन हैज़ पॉलिसी इम्प्लीकेशंस, इस पर पॉलिसी बननी चाहिए। अब पॉलिसी इम्प्लीमेंटेशन क्या होगा, आई थिंक वो कहीं पे मेंशन भी नहीं है पूरे पैसेज में, और वो बहुत ही बड़ी अजम्पशन हो जाएगी वो, तो दैट कैन नॉट बी सेड। सो आई थिंक द करेक्ट आंसर वाज सी, इंजेक्शन से डालने का कोई लॉजिक नहीं है। बच्चे की जो मदर की बात है, बेसिकली इट वाज अबाउट मदर्स मिल्क। तो अगर मदर का मिल्क अगर उसको वो शुगर नहीं दे पा रहे, तो हमें उसको वो डेयरी प्रोडक्ट्स देने चाहिए बच्चे को, वो मतलब गाय का या भैंस का दूध देना चाहिए जिसके अंदर ये शुगर डाल दी जाए, और बच्चे के जो गट माइक्रोबायोम है वो और हेल्दी हो जाए। ठीक है, अगर माँ माल नरिश्ड है तो एटलीस्ट बच्चा तो नहीं होगा उससे। सो दैट इज द पॉइंट हेयर। So that was the right inference. Second, what are the following assumptions? Processed probiotic foods are a solution to treat the children suffering from malnutrition due to immature gut bacteria composition. Processed probiotic foods, वही वो कह रहे हैं कि उसके अंदर प्रोसेस करके प्रोबायोटिक बना दो उन फूड्स को, ये तो सही है। So this is a solution. The babies of malnourished mothers generally tend to be malnourished. So the babies of malnourished mothers generally tend to be malnourished. सही बात है. Which of the following assumptions is valid? I think both the assumptions are valid here. So both assumptions can be clearly assumed that yes, this is also correct, and they भी बोला भी वैसा, the babies of malnourished mothers generally tend to be malnourished, ये clearly बोला हुआ है देखो. So consequently the microbiomes of their infants fail to mature, this in turn leads to malnourished babies. So उसने mention भी किया. So both the assumptions are absolutely correct. So guys, if you like the way we are helping you in these sessions, so you can come join us in our comprehensive course. So we have launched a comprehensive course for CSAT only, where we are preparing you for quants, reasoning, English, and your subjects that are thrown at the aspirants in CSAT exam. So just in 100 hours, we are making you UPSC CSAT ready, and there will be concept classes along with PDFs. Then there would be test series, separate test series to practice your questions. Then there will be weekly live doubt sessions, and there will be live classes before the exam as well. And you know the faculty members very well. You have been staying connected with us. So if you feel like joining this course, the link has been given in the description of the video along with the discount coupon. So go join the batch and get benefited from it. So thank you so much for your precious time. I hope you're doing well. You are working in the right direction. So please manage your time, spare time for CSAT as well. This will help you in the long run. So keep on working hard, keep on giving your best. And if you have any doubts, if you have any queries, you can call us on this number 8146207241, or you can also drop us an email at hello@edutap.co.in. So thank you once again, and happy learning to all of you.